Right then, are we live? Or is it Memorex? Who knows? Hello everyone, can everyone hear me out there? Am I coming through loud and clear through the wonders of a ZX Spectrum? Who have we got in the chat? We have Buford, hello. Bob, we've hello, and Buford. So we've got two there, hello. How are we doing? Can we hear me okay? Coming through loud and clear, I hope. No, you can't hear me. Is that you just being yourself? Or is it just can't hear a thing? Almost as bad as Gareth. Yeah, I need to know seriously if you can hear me or not. Right, can anyone else other than Gareth tell me if you can hear me or not? Because I'm not trusting him one bit. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, David. That'll do me. Gareth just wanted to mess with my stream because he didn't want it to look nice. So anyway, that being said, welcome to the second Spectrum stream, gameplay stream, yeah. I'm glad you can make it. So there's a slight change to the play order tonight. It was going to be Pheenix, Gauntlet II and Yazzie. However, I'm having problems with Pheenix. It's an older game. You know, it's back from 1983, so you've got to excuse it. So what I'll do is I will be playing another game called Chopper Drop, which is a recent-ish game. But I haven't researched it that much, so I won't have much to say about it, but I will do the others. Excuse me. So, that being said, shall we get straight into it? I think we should. I will see you on the other side.
It's Civic Spectrum time.
Hey, I was going to say that. And we're back with we've got our emulator up here. We've got me and there, and we've got as ZX Spectrum USB keyboard down here. Before we start, I will just say a shout out to ZX Renew and to Hermit Retro for helping me out with this plan for a USB keyboard, ZX Spectrum keyboard that I've got here. So yeah, shout out to them. If you want to check out what they do, there is a link in the description below, and you can yeah, you can check that out. So right, first game then, I'm going to go on to this Chopper Drop. Because like I say, that is what's replacing Pheenix. So let's just open our file here. And it's not in the place I wanted it to be, but not to worry. He thinks he can reach. So what's that? Dave remembers he can play Chopper Drop in a where? In a Brighton club. I really, really don't want to know what that means. Hang on a minute. Apologies, I have got... Oh, no, I have got the right machine. Let me just Chopper Drop. There we go. Right, so it's a pretty basic game. As you'll see when we get it fired up. We've got the keys QAOP, up, down, left and right. Nothing really difficult there to do with. So let's get into it. So the aim of the game is to pick up these crates and take them over and drop them here into the onto the back of the truck. All doing this while avoiding the buildings and for some reason the cranes that have just got random chains hanging down. And you've got to do all this before your timer runs out. Which I'm not going to be able to do because it's not letting me pick that up. There we go, eh? Oh dear. Let's try that one first, shall we? There we go. It's quite a simple game. This game is an original game, and it's by a chap called Paul Jenkinson, who runs he programs quite a lot of games. He's got quite a catalogue going of them. He also has his own YouTube channel called The Spectrum Show, which is, I think it's on something like its 20th season or something like that at the moment. Which he talks about, you know, basically talks about ZX Spectrums. He talks about new stuff. He also talks about older stuff, news articles, etc. Interviews people. I mean, if it's all what you've got an interest in, it is worth a bit of a watch. Right, let's see what's going off in the chat. Try and fly while I look. So, right, so just hello to everyone that I've not managed to catch, if I've missed anyone. I can see Joe's here. Oh, I'm going to run out of time here. I'm allowing myself to be distracted. There we go. Right, quick one. Right, so Rudy's here. Hi, Rudy. We've got Joe. So you have to apologise if I miss anyone. Oh, we've got Palps. Hello, Palps. How are we doing? Sorry, just had to close the window there. It's a bit of a... There was a wasp thing going off. I don't know about you, but I've not seen eye nor hair of a wasp all summer. Then all of a sudden this weekend, they just seem to be everywhere. I hate them. I hate wasps. I love the colours, but I hate them. Anyway. And he said anyway, like in the colours, yeah. So my this is my Spoovy and Doody black and yellow ZX Spectrum. I hope we're liking it. I do. Some people have already commented that they like it who've seen it when I posted it to my Instagram. And then others thought that it'd look better if it was if the colours were reversed. And as you can see, the levels do get harder as you meander on. You have to, you know, dodge the odd blimp here and there. I've not played this game quite a while, so I couldn't tell you how far I'm going to get into it. But as you can see, it is a very, very, very basic game, but it does have bags of playability to it. And it is quite addictive as well. Oh, knocked a big chunk of my time there as I hit the blimp overhead. I'm not going to do this level. I am going to run out of time. Ye of little faith. Nope, I didn't. Right, who's this? Sorry, what's that? What's Dave saying there? Apparently wasps have bred well this year. I'll be seeing them coming out. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, last year didn't see... Well, I'll be honest, I don't think I... Game over. There we go. Oh, well, not to worry. It'll give me a chance to catch up on the chat. So where are we now? So we've got a lot of hellos. Yeah, we've got Buford, we've got Martin. Yeah, we've got Gareth. This singular wit. Yes, I was a little bit tardy. As usual and typical, just as I was about to come on, something cropped up that needed my attention, so I was probably about 3 minutes late. Who else have we got? Right, we've got... Yeah, Dave. Hi, Dave. Yeah, that's Dave's chopper drop thing. Okay. We've got Joe here. Rudy. What's Rudy saying? Time for PTSD for games that I could never complete. Right, I'm assuming that's Gauntlet 2, and it would have been Pheenix, Rudy. But obviously Pheenix is now off the menu. It's gone off. We've got a lot of highs. That's Roy. Good evening, Roy. It's the first time I've seen you here, sir. Welcome. I hope you enjoy. Ah, right, you already had one that's too late, didn't let you pick up. Ah, yes, right, I know what you mean now, I see, yeah. Incredible visuals, they don't make them like they used to. Are you being sincere there, Dave? Are you taking the PISS? Pod Racing Pulse, hi there. Yeah, got some hellos there. Yeah, how are we all this evening, Dave's asking. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Yes, right, so what Dave's commenting, right, apparently wasps have bred well this year and we will see them coming out into the open now. Right, okay, understood. Yeah, I have seen quite a lot. Hardly any last year. But anyway, there we go. Right, so Pod Racing Palps, yeah, the game is called Chopper Drop. It's by Paul Jenkinson, and it's back from 2011, as you can see on the title screen there with the jaunty music. Is the jaunty music coming through okay for you as well? So, you know, hope that's doing okay. Where are we? Yeah, so... Dave, glad to hear that you're doing okay, Dave. That's good. Dave likes the game and Buford does. Right, okay, I'll jump back in and we'll give it another go, and then see how we get on, and then we'll move on. We may move on to another game. Well, we will move on to another game, but whether it'll be we'll move on to Gauntlet next or not, who knows? I might slip another one in before we go to Gauntlet. But anyways, yeah, if you like what I'm doing here and you think it's pretty cool, let me know. You know, drop likes, shares, and all stuff like that. Whatever it is that people on YouTube ask you to do, that I don't normally ask people to do. But you know, let's get in the swing of it, shall we? Yeah, and if you do like it, as I've said before, if you want to give us some suggestions of games I could play going forward, they don't have to be ones that you remember from the Spectrum. If you play the Spectrum yourself, you know, if you had a C64 or something like that, there's lots of games that were available on all the different platforms, so I'm sure I can find a Spectrum version. And then a bit later down the line, I also do have other emulators. I do have the Atari VCS emulator, I have an Acorn Electron emulator, Atari ST emulator. So I do have various other emulators that I can fire up and play different games from. So there we go. So anyway, as I'm going on here, it's not, well, I suppose it is a kind of a bit of news, but it's not news as such, but, well, it is news. Yeah, it's news. In the vein of Spectrum stuff, it's news. Yesterday, over on Kickstarter, they launched the third release of the Spectrum Next. So it's the Spectrum Next version 3. Well, not version 3. It's still the same version, but it's the third time that they've done the Kickstarter for it. And so yeah, it went live at 8 o'clock yesterday morning. Now the goal was £250,000. It absolutely, well and truly smashed that goal within 7 minutes. So within 7 minutes, so by 7 minutes past 8 yesterday morning, they'd well and truly, I think it had gone to something like 500,000 or something like that. I think, you know, about 380,000 I think it was by 7 minutes past 8 yesterday morning. So 7 minutes and £300,000. It's just like mind blowing. So that was yesterday. As of, well, it was 6 o'clock. As of 6 o'clock today, they've now raised, get this, 1.2 million, and they've got 3,500 backers. I mean, this is just something, you know, it's completely and utterly smashed the first two Kickstarter campaigns for the ZX. Sorry, I keep saying it's the ZX. It's not. It's just the Spectrum Next. So yeah. So I mean, that's, you know, that's really, really good news from I've run out of time. And in case anyone's asking, yes, I have backed it. I declined to back it. Well, sorry, no, I didn't decline. I just chose not to back it the first 2 times, basically because I've got a toast rack, and I've also got. Well, you can't see it now because I've changed the camera angles and stuff. But I've got my my Hermit Retro ZX0, which can do most of the stuff that the Spectrum Next does. So I didn't feel any need to have one the first couple of times round. However, this time I thought, yeah, I'm going to do it, basically because I have heard that that this is the last one that they're going to do, that they're not going to do any more after this. So this is basically your last chance to pick one up, and it's got added extras on it that that the first 2 ones didn't, and because it's like, because it's up to like 1.2 mil now, it's just completely and utterly smashed all the stretch goals to the point where they're having to actually generate and think up some more stretch goals to put with it, which is great news. 2 of the stretch goals that have been reached, which they're going to be including with it, is the ability to emulate and run Sam Cooper games. Now, anyone who's not aware, back in the 80s, not long after, was it after or was it just before? Sorry, no, it was just before the 128K Spectrum came out. A company released a computer called the Sam Cooper, which was a beautiful looking computer, and it was touted as being kind of like the technical the technical progression of the Spectrum, so you could play all your Spectrum games on it and things like that. I believe it had 64K, if I remember rightly. However, the company that was producing it had financial difficulties and went bump, so not many were made, not many were released. And sadly, while it did and would play Spectrum games, there was a lot of faff that you needed to go through to get it to play them. It wasn't just a case of being straightforward of plugging your cassette player in, load quotes and play. It wasn't as straightforward as that. There was quite a lot of things that you had to do to get them work. So unfortunately, it wasn't very popular. Because it wasn't popular and because the company went bump, like I say, not many of them were produced. So now it commands quite high prices if you can pick one up boxed, and loose as well. So yeah. So yeah, it can do the. You can. There was a few games released for the Sam Cooper as well, so you'll be able to play those. And then the other stretch goal for it was, which makes me laugh, but there's not the irony of it is not lost on me. This third version of the Spectrum Next will allow you to play and fully emulate a C64. That's right, you can play Commodore 64 games on a Spectrum, which is sort of like, I thought that was hilarious. So I have a stash of C64 tap files, so I will be dusting those off for when it comes and get them played. I'm missing the chat here. When I've lost lives or I'm doing that thing. I'm trying to pick crates up and I've already picked one up. I'll have to catch up on the chat, but I'm glad you lot are enjoying yourself in there. Well, hopefully, and not getting too dismayed by me playing a chopper game. Get to the chopper. I don't even know how many levels in I am now. I've run out of time. Oh. Okay, right. No. Right, I'm not going to do it. Oh dear, game over. Right, okay, let's see if we can catch up with the chat. Where were we? Where did I get to last time? Right, so Dave generally loves the visuals. Right, yeah, no, they are. I mean, I do. I mean, I like modern gaming, but you know, my heart is where this is where it's at. I just love the old Spectrum and the way where they look and where they sound. Right, beautiful saying the game looks fun. It is a fun game. If you want to play any of these, if you go on and you can download the Fuse. Which ZX Spectrum emulator, it's called Fuse, and then you can go to Spectrum Computing, and you can download all the tap files which are compatible with the emulator, and you can play all the games there. You've got about 15,000 games that you can choose from that you want to play. Right, it's jaunting me. Jaunting? Do you mean jaunting or haunting? In a unique Spectrum way. Yeah, looks good, bringing back the Spectrum vibe. Cheers, Martin. Beautiful. Would like to see me play Wild Bunch. Yeah, I'll make a note of that one. If not, remind me. Give me a prod on that. I've not played that for a real long time. Pod Racing Pelt's always got time for Spectrum. Thank you very much indeed. Dave, Turtles games. There may be. Let me look into that. And I'll get back to you on that one. Yes, Airwolf was on Spectrum, Martin, but it was unbelievably hard. Very, very. I think it's probably one of the hardest games on the Spectrum out there. Pod Racing Palps, yeah, tempted by Spectrum next. Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, I just thought I can't pass on it this time. And I suppose with it being a limited thing, it'll only increase in value as well. I mean, on the secondary market, the first and the second releases have just been increased in price when people have wanted to sell them. Not that I would be selling it. It's basically a case of I'm buying it to keep it, and it will get used. Where we go? Oh, Andy. Hello, Andy. Welcome. Andy's finding the bisection of the head and hands disturbing. Yeah, it's kind of like, they're up here, but they're also down here. It makes it look a bit odd, doesn't it? So yeah, welcome Andy, thanks for joining. Yeah, lots of highs to low. Eddie's very long in the body, Andy, like Mr. Fantastic. I don't know if that's a good comparison, given the vibe that's coming from the new movie. Strikers Run flashback. I'll have to look into that one. I'm not familiar with that game. Collision delete. Yes, collision does decrease your time, Andy. When was the last time you played Bruce Lee on the Spectrum? That's what Rudy's asking. It was the last stream that I did. I played it on that one. That's when I last played it. So it's probably a good few weeks ago now, is that? Imagine what tiny fraction of energy the CPU. Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, the 48K games, so it's nothing. Gunfight was a lot of fun. Airwolf a bitch to play. Yeah. You're right, Roy. Completely agree with you on that one. Yeah, Mike's saying it was hard. Yeah, hard to keep it in flight. Right, okay. I'm caught up with the chat. What I will do now is I will move on to the game that I was going to play, which is Gauntlet II. Here we go. I'll just let that intro music play a little. I'm playing these on emulation. I'm emulating the 128K for these, so I do these things so you don't have to. But also, basically because the 128K version had a dedicated AY chip, the sound chip, so which the 48K version didn't. 48K just worked off beeps. There was some creative music that was done. Anyone who remembers Manic Miner, that was the first game to have actual in-game music while you're playing, and it did it by this kind of like step thing. So the processing was split between the gameplay and the music, so it would like step like that. Anyway, so yeah, so 128K versions of the game, so you get nice sound effects and nice music. Let's get into it. Oh, I forgot to look what the keys were. Right, yellow, and I'm going to play, if I do this right, I'm going to play as Red Warrior. Here we go. Gauntlet. I spent hours on this game. Loved the game. Both in the arcade and on the Spectrum. And then when I upgraded to the Atari ST, I played it on that. The graphics were much better on the ST, as you would appreciate. But the Spectrum version, is a serviceable version of the game. Let me just scroll that up there. There we go. So I can give you a little bit of info. Right, so Gauntlet. Excuse me. Right, so Gauntlet was released in 1987, and it's by US Gold. When it was first released, this was $8.99. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I know what I've forgotten to do. There we go. I'll pop you up the... that should have come up on the screen now, should the artwork for the game. So yeah, 1987 this one came out. US Gold. $8.99 when it first came out. I had the +2 at this point, so I did enjoy all the sound effects and the music that you got with it. And also, it was a good game because it was a 2-player game. Oh, I'm getting a bit... There we go. I'll just jump to the next level. I'm going to try and... Oh, I've picked up the bouncy thing. So I can walk through walls. We'll just go straight to the exit there. So where was I? Yes, so it was tying license, you know, with the arcade game, you know, which was an Atari games. We've got the moving walls here. Oh, and I got there just before I became it, which is what that does. Gareth said via video editing. Gareth always edits videos when he's watching other people's streams. I think the next time Gareth does a stream, we should all just be editing videos while he's doing a stream. Which may be a bit difficult for me because I will be on the council with him while... Oh! That thing in green there, that's death. And you have to run away from him at all costs because it will sap all your energy. And he'll kill you. He'll kill you till you're deaded. Right, the exit's down there. How am I going to get down there now? I don't think... I know what I meant. I've just glanced over at Gareth's rebuttal there. What I'm saying, yeah, so but yeah, when other people are streaming, Gareth edits. So when Gareth is streaming, the people who are watching it should be editing. That's it. That's what I meant. I'm sure I said that the first time. I may not have done. Where's this bleeding exit? I'm stuck. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Oh, I know why I can't get out. There we go. That's why, because the level's mirrored. There we go. Figured it out eventually. Oh. This is not good. This is not good. And that's it. I'm going to respawn somewhere. I know I am. Before I do, I will catch up on the chat. Let's have a look, see what people are saying. Where was he now? I'm just trying to remember where we were. Oh, it was a GPU one. Yeah. Airwolf. Yeah, Bruce Lee's amazing. Yeah, it is beautiful. Yeah, it is a good game. Wizard's Lair. Yeah, I think you mentioned that before, didn't you, Martin, the Wizard's Lair? Rudy, yeah, last stream we didn't watch it. No, that's fine. No worries. It's still up there if you want to rewatch it back. That's not a problem at all. David can't spell. No worries. Spent a fortune in the arcade on this. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was one that took a lot of cash off you. Is this game? Dave's played this game. He's not sure what platform. Maybe Amiga. Yeah, Amiga 500, Atari ST. They were contemporaries of each other. When they both first came out, the Atari ST just had the edge slightly on the Amiga, but when you got to about 89, maybe 88, 89, the Amiga surpassed the ST, especially when you got games like the Batman movie, the 89 movie game is so much better on the Amiga, and things like RoboCop as well, you know. So it did eventually surpass the Atari ST. But a game that was great on both of them, which I really love even to this day, Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe, fantastic game. There we go. Right, yeah, so we got that. Yeah, Gareth's lack of chat. Phil, hi Phil. It's Spectrum tonight, no Transformers, I assure you. Yeah, Dave would have to record some video. Martin, like playing Spy Hunter. Now that's one I can get behind playing on that one. Rudy saying, played no attention to it as a kid, but I don't really appreciate the logo title changing colour, though. Spectrum, no pun intended, of the colours. Yeah, the Gauntlet logo's at the bottom, yeah. Yeah, Warriors, you are about to die, yeah. And Dave's playing with one of his action figures. Right, let's go back and see if we can get our Red Warrior a bit further. Oh, it's giving me loading bars. That's interesting. Is it going to dump me back in the game? I've not got it on full emulation mode, so why is it doing this? Very curious. There we go. Right, no, I must have it. I must have it on full emulation mode, and it's spat me back out to the beginning. Not to worry. We'll take that key, save it for later. We'll just go straight to the exit. Now I do have the original first Gauntlet game, but I elected to play Gauntlet 2 first, just basically because of the sound effects and the music. Lobbers are these guys called, because they lob things at you. Oh, yeah, the squares. The paralysing squares. Now, back as a kid in the 80s, I would probably say that this was my Dungeons and Dragons, because I didn't get into playing Dungeons and Dragons, you know, the role-playing board game. I would have loved to have done, and it's that kind of thing where, because when I'm posting the every Friday I post covers of the old Marvel UK Transformers comic, and usually every now and again there's an advert for the TSR. Sorry, I'm just focusing. I don't want to get caught by that yellow flan. Is it a flan or is it a pancake thing that's chasing me? Yeah, so I see the adverts for the TSR, you know, the Dungeons and Dragons game, and I think to myself, it's something I won't mind picking up and having a crack at, you know, having a go at playing. I don't suppose it's probably much fun of a game to play on your own though, and I wonder if it's the kind of thing that you can. I wonder if there's an online version of it. Years ago, when I used to work at this place, there was we played these like online, but well, not online. They're like computer board games. One of them was called Zombie. No, not Zombie, just Zombie. It was like a role-play turn-based game, and you had like a electronic board, and you could move your counters about and stuff like that. And you took your move, you saved the file, and you sent it. You just sent it as like an attachment on an email, and then the next person who's go it would then pick, open it up, take their turn, save it, and then take their turn, and do it that way. And like I said, that one's called Zombie. And then there was another one called Russian Crush, which was it was like a Mad Max Road Warrior kind of game where you sorry, it was a bit more like Wipeout for the PlayStation. Obviously didn't look as good, and you had these sort of like battle cars that you raced around a track with, and the aim of the game was to win. So you had electronic dice, roll your dice, and depending on what scores you got, you could it was like roll for attacking, roll for speeding up, etc. Things like that. So yeah, they were good games. I miss them games. I still have all the files for them and things like that, but sadly the lads that I used to play that game I'm no longer in contact with, which happens when you move jobs, and so I'm sure they're all doing okay. But yeah, so the proper Dungeons and Dragons game, yeah, it's a game that I think I'd like to have a go at some point. But in the meantime, I've always got Gauntlet. Right, where's the exit? It's down there. No, I haven't got a potion. I need a potion. There we go. Get your potion. It gets rid of. Right, how am I going to get down here to get to the exit? Is it going to be here? Not lucky. Bill can't hear sound. Oh. You can't hear the sound of the game, Phil? Let me know if you can't hear. I'm pretty sure that I've got the game volume turned up. It may be because it may be a bit low. I can higher it up if needed. Oh, straight to the exit. Let's just have a quick look at the chat here. So yeah, do you remember a game called Flashback? That may have been on the Amiga. Can't hear sound. Oh, I can hear it a bit. I lowered it down because I think it was when I was playing Bruce Lee the last stream. It was quite low. Right. Right. Can you hear that? I'm just to be fair, it will probably just be beeps and like clicks and whooshes and like tinkles when he picks up keys. Is that better? Okay, Bob. Cool. Happy to help. Only thing is now, when I go and start playing Yazzie, I'm probably going to have to lower the volume down a bit. Because that'll be a loud game, I think. Which I think I'm going to go on after this. Aliens and Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu, that's that. Is that sea thing with the like the squiddy looking face? You like that? No, I'm dead. That's me Cthulhu impression. Right. Okay. I'm going to move on to Yazzie, but I'm going to catch up on the chat first before I do. So yeah, so we've got the volume. Yeah, that's no problem. He's got that sorted out. Along with this, taking up hours was Ant Attack and Pitman 7. Again, both very hard games with regards to difficulty, so satisfying. Not played Pitman 7, but Ant Attack, yeah. Ant Attack was a game that I did play and enjoy back in the day. Isometric 3D. It's not real 3D, but you know, you got 3D effect. And it was quite interesting controls on Ant Attack as well. Because it wasn't the usual up, down, left, right kind of thing. It was based on rotation, so you could rotate the character, and then when you stopped, and then you would press the button then to walk in that particular direction. It was also, as well, if I remember rightly, I could be wrong, I think it was one of the first game, if not the first game, certainly on Home Micro back in the 80s, where you could choose to play as a boy or a girl. Which, you see, we were progressive back in the 80s. It's not just a new thing now. So, there you go. Okay, on to Yazzie. The only way is up. Now, I'm betting you can hear that music. Can't you? Now, Yazzie. I'll tell you a little bit about this game before we make a start. So this is a game from 2019, so it's not that old. It's only about 6 years old. I'll change the box artwork. Yeah, that's the box artwork for Yazzie. And there's the cassette for it. I'll show you the cassette. I'll also show you the cassette for Gauntlet. I've got this cassette here for Gauntlet as well, Gauntlet 2. There we go. It's all in there, the cassette. There with the cassette and the instructions and the inlay. We didn't get to play it, but I'll show you the box for it, and that's Pheenix. What I will tell you about... I'll tell you a little bit about Pheenix before I continue with Yazzie. Pheenix was released in '83 by a company called Megadodo Software. and it's basically a port. It's a clone copy of the arcade game Pheenix. So if you're aware of that game and know how it plays, it's similar to a Space Invader kind of game. And back in the day, this cost £5.50. This is probably my top 10 of ZX Spectrum games. Love this game. I'm a bit disappointed that I've not got to play it, but I'll figure a way out to do it. I didn't have the original back in the day though. It was I had a copy on one of the old Boots C15 tapes called C15 because there was only 15 minutes of tape on the cassette. They were made specifically for games back then. Although the copying of games wasn't condoned, but companies like W.H. Smith's, Boots and things like that, Woolworths would produce cassettes specifically for loading and copying games, although the assumption was that you were using the games to save your game progress rather than copy games. This is actually quite a sought after game now, especially in this condition. I mean, this is absolutely mint, is this? And it still works, it still plays, there's nothing on there, and yeah, I won't tell you how much, but this game does command quite a high price now. I am not selling it, this is mine, I love it to bits, and it's staying on my shelf. So yeah, Gauntlet II, we'll pop that back, and then, so it's Yazzie that we're on with now. I'll take a moment to catch up with the chat before we start. So, Royal X, all good now, happy chappies, excellent. Thought it was a game without sound. Yeah, sorry about that if I didn't have the volume turned up to a... What I think I may have overcompensated from the last stream I did when I played Bruce Lee and that, because I know a lot of people initially said that the volume was too loud, so I took it down quite a bit. But if you're all saying now that the game volume is good as it is now, going forward, I can leave it at that. It's a work in progress. It's only the second one, you know, it's still rough and ready. Let's see now. Where are we? Right, Attic Attack was the one with the most memories for me. Yeah, I played Attic Attack a lot, but never completed it. So maybe I should get that on the list of games to play going forward. Was that a Fez? Yes, Dave, it was a Fez. Fezes are cool. And then Roy's saying that Pheenix was a great conversion. It was indeed. Right, let's look into this game. QA, OP and M are the keys for this game. And anyone who's any experience of old Atari games on the VCS and old Spectrum games will recognise the inspiration for this game. I won't tell you just yet. I'll see if anyone in the chat figures it out. So anyway, let's back to it. So yes, so anyway, Yazzie 2019 by a company called Retro Souls, which is a Russian. It was developed in Russia, was this game, and there is still quite a big Spectrum community in Russia and like the Eastern Bloc areas. Huge following, a lot of people still playing the games. There's a lot of demand for the machines as well, and there's a lot of clones. There was a lot of Spectrum clones back in the day, like in Poland and things like that. So yeah, still very popular over there. Still lots of games being made, and I love this game because it's just so simple and innocent, and it's highly addictive. And there's a lot of strategy needed in it as well. Oh, he said just as he got killed there. I just phased out a bit there. I was just in the zone for the game. So has anyone figured out yet or had an idea about what may be the inspiration for this game? I'll just have a quick... Right, so Gareth's saying Donkey Kong. And Martin's also saying Donkey Kong. I can see that. I can see that. But it's not the game. And I fluffed that level. I need to wait now until one of these bad guys. No, one of these bad guys isn't going to come down because I don't think they can drop into there. I'll give it another couple of minutes. Well, another minute, and then I'll have to reset the game. So yeah, I can. Yeah, so Donkey Kong. Yeah, I can see why. Burger Time. Yeah, Burger Time's in there. I can see a bit. See a bit of Donkey Kong. I'd say the game most, I would say responsible for inspiring this one is a game called Load Runner, which you may or may not have heard of. The gameplay style and the mechanic of it and all this is very, very similar to Load Runner. Bubble Bobble. Yeah, I haven't played Bubble Bobble for ages. Right, I'm going to have to reset this because they're not coming down to put me out of my misery. But it means that we've got to start back from level 1. So, what kind of a week has everyone had? I hope you've all had a good week, and it's been productive. Roy was going to say Load Runner. I bet you to it, Roy. Sorry about that, chap. Load Runner again is another one of my favourite games. That's probably my. Is it one of my top 10? No, it's definitely one of my top 20. I would say, maybe not in my top 10. Now there's talking of 20, there's 20 levels to this game, and I have completed it. It's a while ago because I've not played it for a while now. But I took my eye off the screen then for a moment to look at the chats. Phil's had a quiet week. Well, I've had a bit of a busy week. A few bits of work going off, and then also doing some editing for content for Vaults of Icon. There is Collector's Archive coming up on Thursday. I'll be chatting with Tim from the Nerd Crate. That's a good chat. I enjoyed that one. So if you can catch that one, that'll be great. Be nice to see you in the chat. Also, currently finishing off recording and editing an episode of What's New in the Vault, where I'm taking a look at Missing Link Sunstreaker, which came into me last week. There we go. So I've got those two coming up. I'm just having a look at something else I've got coming up as well. Yeah, so we had the latest episode of Edge Transformers dropped today. I hope you found that quite humorous. And I'm wondering if you got the reference to it all. What's Dave saying? Yeah, Missing Link Sunstreaker is a very, very nice figure. As you can appreciate, because I'm partway through finishing off recording and editing it, I have already had it out of the box and a bit of a play around with it, and yeah, it's a lovely thing. It is a lovely thing. What's that, Phil? Yeah, nice game. Yeah, it is. It is a lovely game, is this. It's one of those where you can go on it and just have 5 minutes, or you could go on it and spend hours on it. Now, I did mention that there's only 20 levels to it, but it's one of those games where when you then go and play it on the playthrough, you know, the levels get a bit harder. You know, the bad guys get a bit quicker. Come on, move out of the way. And there's also the strategy element in it as well, so to avoid the meanies, or whatever they call them. And that's that level done. Warm in here. I want to open the window, but I really want to avoid those wasps. Come on. You need to move out of the way. No! Oh dear. Yeah, sorry, I just went a little bit quiet there because I was just looking. I was just doing the strategy thing in my head. It's nice to have old games like this that will make you think. There we go. Where am I now? Nice game. Yeah, it is, Phil. Yes, good game. Andy's also creating content as we speak or stream. Oh, I don't know how you do it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can't do that. If I can't concentrate on focus on if I'm like doing editing. And also watch someone else's stream while I'm doing it. I just can't do it if, you know, if I'm doing something, my full focus is on it. So, you know, respect you if you can do that. I'm going quiet again for the strategy thing. And we got it. There we go. What's Andy saying? Good old 2 states animated sprites. Bless him, I remember hand coding those on the BBC. 8x8 was all you had. Andy the secret coder. I did a few typing games back in the day. And I tried doing kind of a really basic What's that at Gareth's spot? Then maybe you should check with us first when you know you won't be distracting us while you stream. You know some people. All about you, innit, sir? Arrange my calendar around you. I'll be sure to send an email out next time. So if everyone could just send me their email address, I would appreciate that. Then I can email you all and find out what's good for you, and then I shall oblige you by coordinating my ventures with the collective. Right. There we go. Sorry, I keep going quiet now because I'm getting quite far in. The bad guys are let me just catch up on the chat here because I'm on the ledge, so I'll be okay. It wasn't secret, I was just very basic. Many would still say I am. Martin's laughing. Phil, most was misprinted in the magazines. Yes, that's correct. The chap that made that game that I played at first, that Chopper one, Paul Jenkinson, one of the things he does on his channel is he has like a section called Typing Corner. And what he'll do is he'll pick a typing game from a magazine, you know, like Sinclair User, Crash, whatever it is, you know, and he'll type the game in and see if he can get it to work. And I'd say 9 times out of 10 he has to alter the code. There we go, got that one done. You know, to get the game to work. Level 11. Oh, Wally Week. Yeah, everyone's a Wally and Pajama Armour. And what's the other one? Herbert's Dummy Run. That was the other one, wasn't it? Yeah, Pajama Armour, Everyone's a Wally, and Herbert's Dummy Run. I think they were the Wally Week games. And I'll be honest with you, Rudy, I didn't play them all. I think I played Everyone's a Wally, and I played a little bit of Pajama Armour, and that was it. Let me go. Alright, that's what I'm doing. The tempo of the music increased. That must mean that the game's getting faster. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can try and complete this game, and then I'm going to call it a night, chaps. Because I've done an hour now. Where's he going? That's it, that's what we want. How many pickaxes have I got? No. I've blown it. I can't do it. Oh no, yes I can. Yes I can. I could have done it. Oh, that will lucky. I thought we were gonna for sure then. No. You see, even old style games can still be quite taxing. Oh. I forgot that one down there. I forgot that one down there. And I don't think they're going to come in and get me. Yeah, that's a good question, Dave. Yeah. So Dave thinks that Chopper was his favourite game this evening, and he's asking what the rest of you think. I'm biased. I'm going to say Yazzie because I do love this game. Or Chopper was quite interesting, quite good as well. But I mean, who am I kidding? I like them all, but I think out of the three, it's Yazzie for me. But we've got two votes for Chopper. Chopper drop. I don't think these chaps are going to come in and get me. They're not, are they? Oh well, right, okay. On that then, I think I will call it. I think I will we'll reset back to 128K mode, and I think we'll go back to here. So there we go. Right. I appreciate you joining me this evening and playing a little bit of ZX Spectrum games there. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's the usual thing, you know, like, share, subscribe and all that stuff. I don't know why I ask you to do that because I don't care about that stuff, but I suppose it's what you're supposed to say, isn't it, when you do a YouTube video. But it is, there it is. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you can join me next time. It's probably going to be a week on Sunday now. I think I'm going to try and do it every other Sunday, so I'll rotate it with Toy Me, Toy You. So, you know, there's no overlap there. Or what I might do is I may sneak the odd one in on a Tuesday evening here and there if I can't do the Sunday. Well, that's going forward. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. So like I say, Tuesday I've got Plastic and Diecast short coming up, and then Thursday it's the Collector's Archive with Tim from the Nerd Crate, and then there will be at some point through next week the What's New in the Vault with the Missing Link, Sunstreaker, and then next Sunday it will be another episode of Edge Transformers, along with the usual posts on you know, photograph posts and things like that on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, I shall leave you to it. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate it, and take care, and we'll see you all again soon.
It's ZX Spectrum time.
Hey, I was going to say that.